Hey guys, what's up? Today I am talking about a live album that was released by Linkin Park, and that is their One More Light Live. This album, I don't think at the time was planned, but it kind of serves as a memorial and a good tribute to good bandmate Chester Bennington, as you know, they have said before that they dedicate this album to their brother. Right here it says, "We dedicate this live album to our brother Chester, who poured his heart and soul into One More Light after we finished recording the album. We joked with Chester that since he had delivered so many stunning performances in the studio, he had set the bar extra high to produce that alchemy on stage. Each night, not surprisingly, he welcomed the challenge." And these are shows from their early summer tours, before they were going to start doing their tours with Blink-182 and all of them. Now, I'm not going to rank this album, for it is a live album. I don't feel like it should be ranked, mainly because it is more of a memorial for somebody than, you know, them coming out and being like, this is what we got. And overall, I was impressed. It is a 67-minute album. It kicks off with Talking to Myself, but has the intro to Fallout and Roads Untraveled, which was pretty interesting. They have the second track, Burn It Down, off Living Things, Battle Symphony off of their new album, New Divide, which was on the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen soundtrack. Then they stick with the One More Light theme, doing songs Invisible, Nobody Can Save Me, and their song One More Light. Then they do one of my favorites on the album, Crawling, but it's not the crawling you would think from Hybrid Theory. Chester does a beautiful acoustic version of it with Mike Shinoda on piano. It was unlike a version I'd ever heard, and I remember hearing this and just seeing Chester in the crowd, and the crowd just interacting with him and him interacting with the crowd. It was breathtaking. It was nice to see. And it was just a beautiful version of the song. Then they go a little bit. This is one of their two songs they have off of Minutes to Midnight on here. That is Leave Out All the Rest. Then they have Good Goodbye, which Stormies does come along and do his verse. So that was pretty cool to have them there. And then they do What I've Done. I'm sorry, that's the second of three tracks off of Minutes to Midnight. They do What I've Done. Of course, they have to do In the End. I mean, that's just one they have to do. Sharp Edges, which shows Chester Bennington doing it himself with a guitar. They did throw a little thing in there, he screwed it up. He's like, wow, it's hard to sing and play guitar at the same time, and laughing it off. They do Numb, which also contains a version from Numb/Encore when they did the collaboration with Jay-Z. They do Heavy, which does not feature Kiara. Chester just sings the whole thing, but it's still great. And then they finish it off with a long version of Bleed It Out. So, like I said, I think this album was great for what it was supposed to be, which was a memorial, a tribute to a fallen bandmate. It just showed you how much fun he was having, how much he cared about the fans, and how hard he put how hard he put work into this album and all their shows, and just goes to show you how passionate towards the fans that not only Chester was, but the whole band were. And this is probably going, unless they do some pre-recorded demo stuff from previous albums, this is probably going to be the last album that they put out that will feature Chester Bennington's voice. And if that's the case, they did a hell of a job, and this was just such a beautiful, beautiful little tribute. And like I said, I'm not going to rank this album, but it's one that I would definitely say go take a listen to it. They don't do, the only thing they really do off of Hybrid Theory is Crawling, and In the End. Other than that, they don't do anything off of Meteora, but they do, other than Numb, but they do 3 songs off of Minutes to Midnight. They don't do anything off of 1,000 Suns, which kind of surprised me. They did one song, if you want to count the Roads Untraveled intro, from Living Things. They did not do anything from Hunting Party, which also surprised me too. And then they did most of their stuff from One More Light. As a matter of fact, I think They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think from what I see, the only 2 songs on here from the album that they didn't do were Sorry for Now and Halfway Right off the album. But just a beautiful tribute. Would recommend a listen. And Linkin Park, you really knocked it out of the building with this one. Just showing a tribute for a fallen bandmate who was an inspiration to a lot of people, including myself. And yeah, would. Like I said, once again, when I said reviewed Eminem's album, I don't have this album. My parents told me to wait till Christmas, so I'll probably have it soon. But I just had to listen to it on Spotify, and I was very impressed. That about does it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the album down below. If you're on Facebook, share. And I'll catch you guys next time.